Hello and welcome to the next video in this anti-dog series for beginners. This episode is about the police canines that are especially widespread in the United States apparently. Now, these police canines are just extremely pointless, and many people, even people who are not very much into dogs, they use the police dogs as justifications for all the different and the difficult tasks that dogs can do, and how much they actually help humans with their amazing abilities. Now, if you look into that a little bit, into the facts and into the statistics, then this argument is going to implode pretty quickly. The police canines, especially in the United States, are basically a failed project that causes much more harm than it does good. They are so prone to error. They attack sometimes their own handlers, they attack innocent people, and the dogs, even if they attack the right person, then they are so difficult to control that their handlers often cannot really get them off from the suspects, and they cause so much harm and so severe injury that this is just really not worth the trouble. And these dogs cost an unbelievable amount of money. It takes a lot of time to train them, and the absolute majority of the potential canine dogs actually fail the training anyway. So depending on the source, you can probably count on around 80% of all dogs in training are not going to make it to the field. So that is just a huge waste of money. It's a huge waste of resources. And to use these dogs on people is an absolutely barbaric practice that is actually not done in most countries in the world. So it is strange that there are a few countries where the police canines seem to be very much in fashion to use for apprehension of suspects, but that is a highly questionable practice. And even in the United States, there is a good number of states that are actually looking into that and that have task forces going, working on the abolition of the police canines. Dogs might actually be used for different tasks than apprehension, for instance, to sniff out drugs or explosives. Now, even this practice, where usually nobody would get hurt, even this is highly controversial, because the failure rate of these dogs is extremely high. So again, depending on the source that you consult, some sources are speaking of 50%, some sources even of 80% failure rate. So that is basically worse than a coin toss. So you might as well just randomly search people for drugs or explosives. The dogs are not as fantastic as they're always made out to be. All right, so that is what I wanted to say about the police dogs. Thank you for listening. You take care and goodbye.